Hey guys, I'm Nashwa. Welcome back to my channel, and this will hopefully be another reading vlog for Jane Austen July. I'm supposed to read Emma, as in supposed to read by my own rules, and it's the only book that I'm going to read in the next 10 days. Right now it's 19th July. So what's happening is that I will try to read Emma, but we're also, I'm going to give my room a makeover. And we've started the process. My books are not lined like this because of an aesthetic choice. It's just that the bookshelf used to be on the wall opposite to this, which you obviously can't see, but I got it moved here to this corner, and I just like shoved the books back in without any order because that's too much work right now. And since the room will get painted anyway, I decided to reorganize all together. So I've shoved them back in. I'm going to cover it with a sheet or tarp so that the paint doesn't damage them, but they were kind of in the middle of the way, so I needed them out. I'm right now cleaning up these postcards. They used to be on my wall, and I didn't realize how badly the wall was damaged after the stickiness I inflicted on them. So I'll put a picture here. It used to look really nice, but I'm kind of over it. And my room walls are orange. I'll also put up a picture here. And right now I'm going for like an off-white or just like an old lady beige or something, because I'm an old lady now, and I don't just like the orange anymore. It's too dark and the weather is too hot for me, and there will be changes. I'm getting new furniture. So right now I should be talking about Jane Austen. I'm going to start listening to the audiobook for Emma because I have no idea where in this disorganized chaos I've kept the copy that I was reading. So I will be listening to it on audiobook. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this vlog. This is what's happening, by the way. The tape is coming off the postcard, and I'm trying to like scrape off excess glue. Another thing that happened was that I unhauled a bunch of books. I bagged them up and I took them downstairs. So the neighborhood recycling mechanism, I still don't know what to call it in English. It's basically a man on a bicycle. He makes the rounds and he collects scraps, old books, plastics to recycle. So I took them downstairs so he can basically take them. And I went downstairs and my dad has laid them out in the guest room, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he said that he'll give them to OLX. He'll sell them on OLX, which is basically like Pakistan's version of eBay. And I did not even think that was an option because I don't know. So my dad is like really enthusiastically taking on another quarantine project, which is selling my books online. So yeah, that will be fun. I'll keep you posted as to how that goes, if that's an option to unhaul, because did not even know that option existed. So yeah, my intro clip has gone on long enough, but I'll insert a montage of me filling up this bookshelf haphazardly while I was doing that, because I recorded it, but in the middle my phone died, so I don't know how much footage I actually have. So this is going to be an update, and this time I made notes on it because I keep forgetting things. So today is the 24th of July, and it's the 24th of July. I don't know where I was going with that. My first update is that after staying 5 months in quarantine, I finally bit the bullet and I went to a salon to get my eyebrows threaded, and I feel like a new person. My second update is that the walls have been painted. This wall used to be orange, and instead of going for an off-white or a beige, I went for this like cool blue, like that's the name of the shade, it's called cool blue. And my furniture came in, which I'll show you in a bit. My room is very messy because everything needs to be put together, but I'll insert a clip of me doing that. It's just, you know, it's just fun. The update that you probably care the most about is Emma, how much of it I've read. So according to my audiobook, I've read 44%, and I'm listening to this edition that is narrated by Juliet Stevenson, and this is the copy I found it. But my bookmark may not be in the right place because I have no idea how much of it I've listened to, and I don't know if I've met the right chapter. Overall, like, I'm not feeling it as much as I was feeling Pride and Prejudice, and even Northanger Abbey. I feel like I really liked Northanger Abbey a lot more. Mr. Knightley, I'm assuming the protagonist of this book, this gentleman over here, it's not how I pictured him, but he comes across as a bit of a jerk, if I'm being very honest. He's extremely angry. And you know, like, I know Emma is a flawed character, and even Jane Austen tells us through her narration that she thinks too much of herself, and she's always like meddling in other people's affairs and trying to like build, you know, matchmaking and relationships and things like that. Mr. Knightley just comes across as super angry, and when I consider the age difference between them, I'm like, you're 37 or 38, like he's 16 years older than Emma, who's 21. Why is he so angry? I feel like the first time I read about that anger, it was kind of justified, because that was the time he got angry at Emma for discouraging Harriet Smith to say no to the person who proposed to her, and while Emma is trying to set him up with Mr. Elton. And I feel like that part of the anger was completely justified. But then he goes on to talk about Frank Churchill really angrily, and he's saying all these things about him, and to be honest, he doesn't even know the person, is from what I can tell. So like, why is he so angry? It just seems very strange, and I know it's probably because he likes Emma but he doesn't know how to communicate it, but like, man, you're 37, get it together. So yeah, I'm still going to see how that develops, but I watched one episode of the BBC miniseries, which has 4 episodes in total, I believe, and I really like that. Like, I like Mr. Knightley in the show a lot more. The electricity just came back. I like Mr. Knightley in the show a lot more than I like him in the book. And I think I felt the same way about Mr. Darcy, because I started watching the adaptation side by side when I was reading Pride and Prejudice. And I feel like the show adds more character, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. The show Knightley is more palatable to me than the book Knightley, because he just comes across as very angry. And my last update is that I gave my mom Pride and Prejudice to read. My mom can read English, she's always on Facebook and WhatsApp, but she doesn't like reading stories in English, so I bought her an Urdu translation of Pride and Prejudice. This is called Takabbur or Taasub, and if anyone's wondering, I ordered this from the Readings website. And my mom finished it in 3 days. She is obsessed with it. I think that would be the right word. She really enjoyed the story, and I'm really glad that she could experience the story the way that I did, and she really liked it. She really enjoyed it. She agreed with all of it. I think she might send me out in the rain and find a horse in case someone moves into our neighborhood, because that apparently seemed to work for Mrs. Bennet, and if it worked for her, it might work for me. I'm always sneaking up on her and catching her reading or rereading little sections of it, because she really liked the story. So let me see if I can like bribe her to come in to my video and give me a little interview about her favorite characters or her feelings. It won't be in English, but I'll subtitle it. So yeah, that's another update. So that's it for now. I'm going to continue listening to Emma, because I have a lot of like cleaning and fixing up to do. This bookshelf is still completely haphazardly organized. So what I'm saying is that I have a lot of listening time that I'll have, so I'll try to finish Emma in the next week so I can be done with it in July. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. अच्छा, तो पर उन 3 बजे वाले वो 10 ले
ما أصلا ده بدور interesting ده كده شوف الجميل لا بس ختم
طب ولا favorite character ده شو جوش يا
شو شغماتها غير الخندرة إليزابيث أجيب
अच्छा
دير زيت
असड़ोश है
سروشي بلار مزدارو دارسي دير خنك دارسي ما تخلي بينجلي مينجلي دور خنك بلا مامي تيو أغمزدار أرش كده سوچ كذا كذا ده بكرة سلسلة اوس پورې دغه هغه چلیږي نو دا ما شرطي د ډیره زیاته مطلب دا او که اوریجنل پرابلم چې کوم دي انسان هغه شي د زندګۍ نو شي ډیره زیاته نیچر کنټرول دا څنګه هر مور فکرې بچو واده خاص کارونه دغه سه مور پریشانه پلار فکرمند چې نو د ټایم سره واده سي خپل دي سي
I've realized that I will be looking very unglamorous in this entire vlog, and it's not like I put on a ton of makeup anyway, but you know, it's just hot, and I've constantly been multitasking while giving you updates, and if that is annoying to you, I'm really sorry. But anyway, there are a few things that I want to talk about. First, I'll talk about the other stuff, and then I'll get to the reading update. The other stuff is that I've been feeling so incredibly grim lately, and I feel like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today and yesterday and maybe the day before that. Not because of the global pandemic and how, like, you know, everything just, you know, seems very distant, you feel isolated, but there's talk of YouTube being shut down in Pakistan. It's political, it always is. And this is something that they did a few years ago. It was closed for 2 years. I never accessed it during that time. I wasn't on BookTube then. Now I feel like my entire entertainment and creative outlet has become YouTube. So I'm not sure how that will go. I really hope that they won't close it at all. So what's happening now is that I'm going to dye my hair, and it's not going to be very drastic. It's just like a dark brown. And I'm only doing this because first my roots have started to show, and my current hair color has decided to fade, and it looks very not nice. So that's just a random update. About the book, I'm 66% into the audiobook, and I'm going to continue listening to it, and I'm going to like start mixing my hair dye while I'm doing that. So 66% in. I have to say, like, I'm not, I mean, it's going to shape up to be like a more than 3 stars. It's not a bad book by any means, but I'm not feeling it as much as I was liking Pride and Prejudice. I'm honestly feeling a little bit bored because I think the story is moving really slowly, and that is something that I'm not particularly enjoying, because it's just that it seems very slow. The character development is very slow, so I'm not like fully 200% invested in it, in the sense that, oh, I don't want to finish this book like right now. I listen to it while I'm doing other things, but like I'm not feeling this particular desire to go back to it, which is something that I felt with Pride and Prejudice a lot. Now about the characters, I feel like Mr. and Mrs. Elton are quite something. They are those characters that are just so entertaining to read about, yet they're so annoying, and the things that they're saying. And I feel like Mrs. Elton is the perfect match for Mr. Elton, because she seems to be so incredibly obnoxious. I also find Mrs. Bates to be particularly entertaining because, like, poor thing, she cannot shut the hell up. Like, she doesn't know when to stop talking. I can't figure out how I feel about Harriet Smith and Frank Churchill. I think, like, in my opinion, Harriet Smith was wronged by Emma in terms of refusing the first proposal that she got, because she just seems to be very unhappy. But I don't know if Frank Churchill is interested in Harriet or if he's interested in Jane Fairfax. Like, I can't tell. I feel like it's one of those two people, but I'm not sure which one it is. And Emma, I feel like her character growth is very slow because she's still making these super judgmental statements, and I'm really waiting for her to like realize that she can't be this arrogant person all the time. Mr. Knightley, on the other hand, Mr. Knightley is very interesting in the sense that I can see how kind he is. I'm at that scene in the book where there's a ball and there's like a big dance sequence going on. Harriet Smith doesn't have a dancing partner, and Mr. Elton is just roaming around the room basically doing nothing. And Mrs. Weston, I believe, goes up to him and she's like, oh, if you don't have a partner, why don't you dance with like Harriet Smith? And he's like, no, it's just that I'm not into dancing. And then Mr. Knightley comes to the rescue and he dances with Harriet Smith. So I thought that was nice. Like, he's a kind person. He seems to be like developing more, in my opinion. Not as much as Darcy, but like Darcy changed my mind towards the end of the book. So maybe this will develop further. I'm still very curious to see how this develops, and I'm really interested in the show. Now I've seen 2 episodes because I'm like trying not to spoil myself, but I feel like it's safe enough to watch another episode, and so far luckily I haven't spoiled myself, and I'm really liking the show. I think the casting for Emma and Mr. Knightley are absolutely perfect. Like, the actresses who plays Emma, like her mannerisms and the way that she's just the way that she's acting basically. I should never like talk about movies because I don't know how to talk about them. Like, she's, you know, very true to the character, and Mr. Knightley, I think I like him more in the show than the book. Like, in the book he's evolving slowly, but in the show I seem to like him a lot more. So that's the update for now, and I'll give you my final thoughts in a few days when I finish it. So it's still the same day, as in the same day that I dyed my hair. The update on that is that I definitely missed a few spots and it's all very patchy, but that's because I accidentally dyed the top of my forehead, my wrists because I was wearing gloves, and the top of my ears. And if you dye your hair on your own, that just happens, especially if you do it as clumsily as I did. And the other thing that I said was I'll check in with you when I'm finished, but I just wanted to give you an update that I'm 75% done with it. I'm on chapter 7 of the last volume, and I kind of changed my mind about how I was feeling about the characters, as in, like, in the last 10% that I read, a few things of great significance have happened. We had the whole gypsy scene when Harriet is attacked, and I don't know if gypsy is the right word to use or what they meant by it contextually, but I'm just referring to the word used in the audiobook. That happened, and Frank Churchill saves her, and then Emma has this plan in her mind, but like she's not actively acting on it. So that's character development, like right there, because she's not actively acting on her thoughts, but she's hoping for the best for her friend Harriet. I feel like Mr. Knightley has also realized some of his feelings for Emma. I'm not really liking Frank Churchill right now because he threw a tantrum at Emma because he was feeling hot, and Emma's like, why don't you eat something and then you'll feel better. So I like this part because it's moving fast enough, and then we have that whole scene with Jane Fairfax when she wants to leave and she's very flustered, and Emma thinks it's because she's always surrounded by family. So I don't know what's happening with Jane Fairfax and Frank Churchill. Like, either they really like each other or like he's blackmailing her. So what I've decided to do is the rest of the book, I have about this much left, it's a little over 100 pages, and I'll read late into the night. Right now it's 10:54 at night, so I'll read for another hour and a half and see how much I can get done. I'll physically read for the next hour and a half, and then I'll keep posting updates every time I feel like something of significance is about to happen. So I'm gonna go and make some tea and then get to reading. It's very normal for me or anyone in my family to have tea late at night because we're so immune to it that it doesn't keep us up, and everyone in my family sleeps really late. So I don't know why I needed to give you that update, but I'm gonna get the tea and then start reading and see how much I can get through. So today is the 29th of July. I don't know why I keep doing this, you can't see, but I finished Emma, and I actually finished it a couple of days ago, but I didn't want to film because I didn't feel like it. I just felt a little overworked in terms of the house being set up, and definitely like work. It just got all too much to sit in front of a camera. You know, being a YouTuber is so hard. Anyway, this book for me was 3.5 stars. I can't rate it above that. It's not in me to give it a 4-star rating or even a higher one, because to me it just didn't feel like a 4-star book. And I know a lot of people love this book, and I'm in no way trying to hurt your feelings or saying you're wrong, but it just felt like it dragged on. It dragged on and on and on, and there were sections where I was genuinely bored. I found some of the characters to be very strange, and I just, you know, after Mr. Knightley declares his love for Emma, we had 50 pages to go after that, and I didn't really understand why we needed all those pages. Now, I'm no professional Jane Austen critic. I don't know the literary importance of those 50 pages. Just as someone who read the book, I just didn't think that the last 50 pages were needed. So overall, there were things that I did enjoy about this book. I think the last quarter of it was very fast, which is something that I absolutely enjoyed, especially after the incident of Frank Churchill and Harriet, when Harriet is attacked by someone in the neighborhood and Frank Churchill comes to rescue her, and Emma has it in her mind that Harriet should set her sights on Mr. Churchill. Instead, she's aiming for much higher, aka towards the gentleman on the cover of this book, the hero, Mr. Knightley. And in terms of the characters, I thought Emma started developing towards the end, because she matured a lot and she started to listen to Mr. Knightley's advice, especially when he tells her that she's being rude to Mrs. Bates and it was badly done. And that badly done reference is one that I've heard so many times. The electricity just came back, you're not in heaven. But the badly done reference is one that I've heard so many times with reference to Emma, and when it happened, I just wasn't impressed. Like, okay, I was kind of expecting it to be something a lot more drastic. I think Mr. Knightley definitely developed as a character because initially, or my feelings towards him changed. I don't know which one it is. Maybe my feelings towards him changed. Um, Initially, I thought he was very angry, and I think I was right about that because he does like have jealous tendencies, especially after the trip to Box Hill when he's like reprimanding Emma for being rude to Mrs. Bates. But he also leaves the city because he's jealous of Frank Churchill, and that's a personality trait that no one likes. But I can see kindness in him in the way that he deals with Mr. Woodhouse. When he proposes to Emma, he also proposes that he will move to their house in Hartfield or Highbury, whichever one it was. And I thought that was really nice because most people would think it beneath themselves to move into their wife's house. I think the whole Harriet affair was wrapped up really quickly. How did she suddenly become convinced to marry Robert Martin, especially when she had said that, oh, he's nothing compared to Mr. Knightley? Like, how did she suddenly accept that Mr. Knightley was going to marry Emma? So I feel like those were questions that I didn't really have a satisfying end to, and I didn't really like that. But despite all that being said, I think I won Jane Austen July, and I know it's not a competition, but I'm a person who never sticks to their TBR, like ever. I am a big mood reader, and in the middle I gave myself a 10-day break, and that break was very necessary for me to continue reading Jane Austen because I get bored, and I read a couple of non-fiction books in the middle and a young adult novel, which I'll talk about at some point on my channel. But I think I needed to give myself a break and then continue on. So in this readathon, let's wrap it up. I read Sanditon, which is the last story in this book. It's around 80 pages. I give it 4 stars. Emma is at 3.5 stars. Pride and Prejudice is 4.5 stars. And Northanger Abbey is 4 stars. And I feel like I like this the most, and this is the one that I will probably reread at some point, especially now because my mom really likes it and it's just fun discussing the story with her. So that's it for this video. This vlog will be very scattered because I don't know how much footage I have until I start editing it, and then I realize that if I want to put it up or not because it feels very scattered. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you have comments about anything regarding in this vlog, about the editing of it, about the content. I would love to hear anything. And of course, if you have a contradicting thought, if you think that I'm wrong about Emma or any of the other books, please feel free to have a conversation. Thank you so much for watching all the way through, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.